What's up, gang? Case here with our in-gym and at-home Metcon for Friday, October 30th. 12-minute AMRAP, 20 single-arm Russian swings. Prescribed weight is 35-26. There is an RX Plus option of 53 and 35. Then we've got 18 plank drag-throughs. That'll be the same weight as your swings. 16 lateral deadlifts, so new movement for our in-gym program. We've done these at home before. And then we'll finish up with 14 push-up up-downs or plank push-ups, for that last movement. Let's talk about those single-arm swings first. Shoulder width stance, toes forward or slightly out. Bell should start a couple feet out in front. Tilt, scoop, throw, think fast hips. Keep the shoulder down so that you're not pulling with your arms. And then squeeze your butt, squeeze your belly at the top. You'll switch arms at the 10 mark to get to 20 for those reps today. Moving to our plank drag through. Big key here, keeping toes about shoulder width. Our goal here is to minimize our hip shift, to minimize torso movement as we drag that object through. If you get too narrow, you tend to roll too much. Other things to key in on here. Let's think long spine. So look out in front of those fingers just a bit. You can either drag that object or lift that object, but be sure to get it outside of that line of your ribs, and that'll be your full range of motion. Common flaw we see there as well is hips coming up or hips sagging. As we get later in the workout, keep that straight line, top of your head, all the way down to your toes. Next, we've got 16 lateral deadlifts. Let's talk about stance here. So you're going to be stepping out and hinging down into a deadlift. We don't want to be out here super wide like we are for Cossack squats. We want to be closer to our sumo stance. It might feel easier just to step out wide and fall to the bottom. That's going to put way too much pressure on your hip and groin. So stepping out to roughly sumo stance, start with the kettlebell by your side. And you're going to step towards the outstretched arm. Plant that foot. Back leg stays straight. Trailing leg stays straight, Hips are going to go back. And that bell should touch right between the arches of your feet. Deadlift mechanics are the same here. Straight line from our head down to our hip. I'm going to drive through the ground and then stand back tall. Step out, hips go back, bell touches between the arches, drive off this foot, stand tall, belly tight, bell comes back to the side of my leg. You'll do 8 on one side and then 8 on the other side to get to those 16 reps. Finishing up with 14 plank push-ups. Same thing here. Don't get too narrow with your toes. Elbows directly beneath the shoulders. Palms open, pressing that forearm through the ground. We'll go up to the top. That's 1. Every time you get back to the top is a rep. You can keep that same cycle. So whichever arm I go up with first, I'm going to bring the other arm back down. So up, back down. I did that backwards. Whichever arm I go up with first, I'm going to bring it down first. And then once I get to 7 reps, then I'm going to switch my leading arm. So I'm going to lead with that other side, and that way I stay even on those. Minimize that hip shift, minimize hip sagging on this one. A little bit longer today. Goal here is to keep constant movement throughout. So pick versions, pick weight that are going to keep you moving consistently. Score today is rounds and reps. Good luck, and we'll see you guys back on Saturday for a longer chipper style workout.